Justin Thompson, chapter director for the Sierra Club Delaware chapter, back again to talk about electric rates. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about these future load growth investments. Now, a quick reminder about this rate case coming up before the Public Service Commission on August 19th at 6 p.m. Go to tinyurl.com/PSCAUG19 to learn more about the hearing. So, Delmarva is wanting to rate base some projects that seem awfully suspicious to many involved in this rate case. I think a great example that Delmarva actually brought up during a public hearing down at Legislative Hall during the debate for Senate Bill 326, the cost cap bill, is the Port Penn substation. So, for those who don't know already, Port Penn is a relatively small town in Newcastle County, which has a substation. These substations primarily serve the purpose of transitioning electricity from the big transmission system to the poles and wires that feed our homes and businesses. Now, there's been a substation there to feed the town of Port Penn for a while, but recently Delmarva has made plans to upgrade the substation for about 10 times the current capacity of what's needed for the town. The explanation? Planning for future load growth. Now, the city of Port Penn isn't growing that fast or that much. But what has been looking to come into that area are data centers. And data centers need a lot of power. Pretty much all data centers usually need to upgrade and build new substations to serve their giant demand for power. But here we have a case where Delmarva is doing that work for them and proposing that we all pay for it. Now, no one's been able to prove that the data center is the driving force behind this upgrade by pointing to plans on paper. But you know what? We don't have to. You know why? Because last year we passed legislation switching from what was called the business judgment rule to the prudence standard. Essentially, in the past, Delmarva Power has only had to prove that their investments were made in their best business judgment, i.e., best for their shareholders. Now, because of this policy we passed last year, they have to prove that it was in the best interest of us, the current ratepayers. So, Delmarva has to prove that this investment was good for us, the ratepayers, and not some future business that doesn't exist. What we need to do during the rate case and during our public comments is to demand that the PSC look at every project and deny any recovery for any costs for any project that were done to meet future load growth projections. Developers for these new massive housing, sprawling housing projects or data centers or whoever's causing the upgrades, they should be the one paying for those investments, not all residential customers. Now, yeah, sure, we may have to pay for the maintenance of the system, but we shouldn't be paying somebody else's bill to build mega infrastructure before it's even needed. Now, next we're going to talk about the one good thing in this rate case that we think should be pulled out and allowed to continue moving forward. I'll see you at the next video.